I think the Regency, we were talking about it before the start of the competition. We were like, not really sure. There's quite a lot of local graders in here to fill it, but it's actually turned out to be 6 excellent finalists. So it should be an interesting contest, but with all of them being railers, it doesn't make an awful lot of appeal. Yeah, if you were to pin me for a selection, I think I would go with Chelm's Cub. He's looked a little bit of an underachiever in the past, but Jason Heath and his team have seemingly found the key to him. He has the early pace to turn on the bunny, and I think if he can repeat his heat win, which was 41-43, he could be hard to pick up again.
I'm saying, looking in isolation, he looks a very consistent dog, doesn't he? If you're looking on Regency form alone, 2 wins out of 2, but a career total of 3 wins out of 21. So it perhaps tells us,
as long as Steve can avoid trouble at the first bend this week, I can see a lot of it happening inside. Russian Sammy himself, he's got not ideally drawn in between Bombardier and Chelm's Cub, which I think will be the 2 pacemakers. Baggio's Champ ran better from 3 than he did 1 in his previous outing. He definitely looks a threat. It just looks as if where you've got a whole race of railers, it's going to be very complicated. And it is a hard one to pick, because I think it is 9-4, 11-4 the field.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you've got Call Me Steve anti-post. If you could change it, or if you had one selection for the final, bearing in mind, take that bias aside, would it be Call Me Steve, or would it be anything else?
If I was looking elsewhere other than Call Me Steve, I would probably have to be with Chelm's Cub.
Yeah,
I think Joe's been spot on in these past 2 weeks to pick Chelm's Cub. Watching him last week in the flesh rather than on TV, like in the first couple of heats, I could see that he's actually coming on from his staying runs. Where he's now drawn 4, I think is probably a bit better than 5 last week, and he can definitely get out and be the quickest to that finishing line first, and then he can start to open up like he did when he won. Was it 10 lengths?
Yeah, they just had 10 lengths in the first round. 43.
I think he'd be a big player from track 4 this week.
With Baggio's Champ, obviously we've got Chelm's Cub running anti-post. The 25 to 1, £20 each way. So if we can cover Chelm's Cub with something else, then we'll go with Baggio's Champ. He's got a nice draw, crucially drawn inside Bombardier, Russian Sammy. Chelm's Cub for me, he's got his perfect draw, although his perfect draw for him, not a perfect draw for Troy Suzuki, will be darting left. So he's got to be careful and wary of Troy Suzuki on his outside, who will be coming across. It gives Call Me Steve a nice draw, because I think he's probably more him and Chelm's Cub are the most middle runners, I'd say, out of the field. So he has got a nice draw, Call Me Steve. But Baggio's Champ, if he comes away how he did last week and leads round the bend, I think he'll win. You know, Call Me Steve, I don't think anything would be coming from behind Baggio's Champ if he led. I don't think anything would come from behind Chelm's Cub if he managed to pop out and lead. It's a wide open race, and I think Call Me Steve was a favourite going into the competition. I think the betting suggests that it is a wide open race, and the track draw's done that. We've got 6 railers in the race. But like we said, Chelm's Cub, we'd like him to win for the selection. I'll be with Baggio's Champ. He's got the draw in 1. It's a short run to the corner. If he can come away and hold Bombardier, Russian Sammy, Troy Suzuki to the bend, and Chelm's Cub, then I think if he let it go on to win, he's got good form over 7-12 Toaster. He put in a run last week that was always there. You know, this dog's got plenty of speed when he does it right, and to do 41-48 with the going off, of course, was a really nice run. And he did show signs the week before in the heats that he was coming back to somewhat of his best. So it's nice to see that the dog has managed to do that, Baggio's Champ. And yeah, I think if he comes away, he's got a nice draw. If he pops out, then he'll win. But it's a fantastic race, purely on the fact that it is so open that any of these could really pop out and win. It's a wide open race. So yeah, I'll be with Baggio's Champ, but we've got 2 covered now: Baggio's Champ and Chelm's Cub anti-post.